But it's almost like when he decides that the chaos has overcome the situation, he remains completely calm, and everybody else just loses their minds. And they can't, like even though he's not Lamar Jackson, he becomes as slippery and elusive as Lamar Jackson in that moment.
It's infectious through the team. Like, we've heard through the years, like, hey, the Patriots, they know they got Brady, they always believe. The Packers have Rodgers, they always believe. His looseness and just never flinching ability, I've never heard a coach, like I said, Dean Pease, an NFL legend, defensive coordinator, telling my father leading up to the AFC Championship game, we're not going to really blitz. You can't rattle Patrick Mahomes. We've seen 2 years of games, and it just doesn't happen. And it's just amazing the poise he's had from the second he's got in the NFL. And really, Mike, the other thing I add to it is, like, has he ever really had a bad game in the NFL?
No.
Right?
No.
Like, his bad games are like, okay, 180. 3 touchdowns or 182 touchdowns, but still a few highlight plays. That's where I'm amazed by the man. I really am.
As I continue to go back and forth with regret, possibly for my Super Bowl pick, watching those highlights,
I know, right?
I feel a lot better.
I hear you.
I feel a lot better.
I was
about
sitting
my
there
pick.
watching that going, oh, man, I don't know. Is this 49ers pass rush going to be able to get this guy?
And that's the thing. We showed earlier in the week the Tarkenton play that we call it from week 3 of the 2018 season when the 49ers played at Arrowhead Stadium. And they didn't have Nick Bosa or Dee Ford to chase Patrick Mahomes. And the question I keep coming back to is, would it have made a difference?
Right.
And I compare Mahomes in that context to Aaron Rodgers, because when I went back and watched the Packers-49ers game from week 12, trying to figure out, is there a way the Packers can thread that needle and pull off the victory?
Right.
When Rodgers was on the move, Nick Bosa and company could not get to him.
Yeah, right.
So, look, I think the Packers failed to have our Aaron Rodgers on the move as much as they should have. Patrick Mahomes is always on the move. There was a play in the Titans game where he's got 10 seconds in the pocket, and he doesn't stand there. He's constantly moving, and he's ready to go, and he's always looking.
Yeah,
when do I have to go? When do I have to go? He will always be on the move against the 49ers, and I don't think those guys are going to be able to track him down.
No, I mean, listen, we've exhausted the topic, but it is, like, I think the main topic of the football game. I don't think I've ever seen anybody, and I never thought I would say this, really, because I thought Aaron Rodgers was the master manipulator of a pocket in his prime to be able to dance around and do those things. Mahomes doesn't dance around and, like, hop around like Rodgers does. He just, like, smoothly moves here and fades away there. And he, like you said, he just has this great innate ability to, like, kind of see the pass rush but also see downfield. You never feel like, oh, man, he missed somebody open downfield because he was looking at the pass rush, or he didn't feel the guy coming off the edge because he was looking down the field. He always seems to know what's around him, and that's why he's the best in the sport right now.
And that's why we never see him do anything stupid, because he knows the limits of his abilities. We talked about this earlier in the week, how he colors within the lines. The lines are very broad, but he always stays within those lines. You don't see him do that Brett Favre thing like, what the hell was Brett
right? Like that was quintuple coverage. Why did he throw that ball in there?
And he almost had to have known before he even threw it was going to be picked off. Mahomes knows what he can do. It's the difference between him and Jameis Winston.
Yeah,
Winston all too often strays on the wrong side of that line, trying to do too much, trying to will his body to do something that it won't. Now, it helps that Patrick Mahomes can do a lot, but you would think with those abilities, he would from time to time try to do more than he can. He never does that.
No, he never does. And, really, I saw that in college when he was coming out, too. And I had arguments with, like, friends of mine in football, too, where they were like, oh, he's a gunslinger. He plays too loose. And I was like, it's 41 touchdowns and 10 interceptions. It's not that loose. You're insane. That's just like you're judging him by the thing on his helmet and the style, and he plays the game, but you're not really looking at the results that way. And
he's a gunslinger who never misses a shot.
Right. It's really rare. I mean, it's a gunslinger who protects the football.
Yeah.
And that's where you just go, that doesn't make sense.
That release, because we had Dan Marino earlier this week, and that was his trademark, the quick release, but it was from the more standard quarterback position where you're throwing the ball overhand by your ear, all the mechanics just right. But with Mahomes, when he's running full speed, any direction, and can just nanosecond gone, and it is a catchable ball with velocity and height and everything it needs to be, and it's placed where it needs to be, and it weaves through guys. It's just amazing. It's amazing, and that's why, even though the 49ers have been special this postseason, that run game may not be solvable. I keep coming back to where Patrick Mahomes
Mahomes
is right
unsolvable
now.
is what you come back to.
Unsolvable.
Yeah, right,
And
yeah.
Patrick Mahomes, where he is right now, because he's healthy, because we didn't see a lot of healthy Patrick Mahomes until January. I think we just have to acknowledge that he's the difference.
Yeah. Listen, I don't care if let me just say this. I don't give a damn if Patrick Mahomes wins this Super Bowl or not. He's still amazing. And I'm not going to judge him off of this one game. You know, this is, again, we always get into this. This is more than, a team sport. I mean, this is more than a one-player sport. It's a team sport, and his greatness is undeniable. So I'm not going to go, oh, he lost the Super Bowl, he can't win the big game, or he's not the best quarterback in football. I don't give a damn what happens in this game. When we go to the 2020 season, he's the best player in football, no matter what. It's not going to change, and this is going to be a tough task and a tough challenge for him.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.